Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stands. No, not the United Stand, that's football. Aha! I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your Wednesday night Premier League football watch-along. Loads of games, Arsenal, Brentford, Liverpool, Sunderland, Villa, Brighton, Leeds, Chelsea, Wolves, Forest and Burnley, Palace, I think. So loads to go and get into tonight and I'm very excited about it because last night was good, but we've got double the amount of games. We've got 6 games tonight. And we're just waiting on the players here. Let me get, I think we've got multi-view. I'm getting very excited because I think we've got multi-view tonight, which we didn't have last night. And it was bloody brilliant when we last had it. So Salah's been dropped again. Yes. I mean, I'm not saying that as a positive, but he has been dropped. What channel's multi-view on? I'm sure they've got it. I can't find it. Here we go. 404. I love multi-view. It's so good. Like, it's so good. And we have got it here. Thunder! La 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 thunder! Give me some water. This is great news. This is brilliant news. So yeah, Arsenal Brentford is kicking off at 7:30, as is Brighton against Villa, as is Burnley against Palace, as is Wolves against Forest, but we've also got 2 crackers for you. Liverpool, Sunderland and Leeds, Chelsea will be kicking off at half-time. So we'll go half-time and then we will go over to those 2 games. So like last night, I like this. Can I just shock you? I actually like the fact that they do it like that. So we're up and running between Arsenal and Brentford. So let's get the timer going through there. Got a lot of team news to get into as well. No Salah for Liverpool. It's funny because we spoke about this yesterday. We spoke about it yesterday. Oh, this is great. These 4 screens are really easy to watch as well. Really good. I can do this. Multi-view's the way. This is the way. I've seen the future and this is the way. Definitely. Because I can watch Arsenal Brentford, but I can also see, just glance around the other games as well. This is brilliant. This is great. I think Brighton Villa will be an interesting game as well. I think Wolves are going to beat Forest. I meant to have a look at that. Did I put that in my predictions? Because me and Robbie are level at the moment. Both gone with an Arsenal win. He's gone with a Brighton win. I've gone with a draw for Villa and Brighton. We've both gone with a Palace win. He's gone Forest. I've gone Wolves. We've both gone Chelsea win. We've both gone Liverpool win. And we've both gone United win. So the big games are Wolves, Forest and Brighton Villa. They're the differentials. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about Salah in a moment, but let me just get you the team news because Arsenal have kicked off against Brentford and you can see the screen going round. Quite a few changes for Arteta. Raya, White, Mosquera, Hincapié, Calafiore. So White's come in for Timber, who is on the bench. A bit of rotation, of course, 3 games in a week. You've then got Odegaard starting, Zubimendi and Rice. And then you've got Madueke, Moreno and Martinelli. So Gyökeres on the bench, Eze on the bench, Saka on the bench. So he's made a few changes there, which is interesting. Some teams are rotating. We saw Bruno G with Newcastle last night, Van de Ven with Spurs. So some teams are looking at the load and making changes accordingly. But the big news tonight is that they're unchanged, Liverpool. Alisson, Gomez, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Oh no, Robertson's in for Kirkes. Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Isak. So still no place for Ekitike, but more importantly, Mo Salah on the bench again as well. We did a video on this yesterday. I think it's the right thing to do. It's a difficult thing to do, but I think it's the right thing to do. Brighton, oh, that's a foul there. I thought Brighton were in there. Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do because they're better defensively without Salah. And if you bring him back into the team when they're a winning team, I think I'd rather keep him hungry. So, Zorax just at Tesco, Mark, do you need anything? If you genuinely could give me anything from Tesco, I think a smoothie would be quite nice or probably a tub of Heroes. I'd have a few of them now as well. Yeah. Amber says multi-view hurts my brain. I like it, I do. I do like it. If Sunderland lose, we will surely beat them on the weekend, says Akon. Man City. Osman says, if Salah gets hungry, Liverpool are getting back in the title race. No, quality. BRM, you've made a mistake there, not Quality Street. Quality Street is not called Quality Street anymore. It's just called Street. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. I've just come off the United stand, actually, where I was doing a bit of a funny voice because I was basically ridiculing. And a lot of these teams did it at kickoff. You know the kickoff where they all boot it long and everybody crap street, says Sam. You know Arsenal got a corner here. Beware, beware. Arsenal on a corner. I'll tell you what, if Arsenal didn't beat Brentford today, somebody said it last night, Arsenal are going to draw their next 3 games. They've got Villa, they drew with Chelsea. Imagine if they drew here. That would be pressure, wouldn't it? They've got to respond, Arsenal, here. I know they didn't lose to Chelsea, but they've got to respond with a win. And they very nearly did from the corner, but I think Brentford will clear it, although Martinelli still got it. Yeah, basically, I was saying how... why do all these teams throw long throw-ins into the box? It's anti-football. And why do all these teams just boot the ball long from a kickoff rather than keeping possession? And the honest answer is because every club's got one of these now. Yeah, I'm a data geek. Yeah, at the end of the day, what I've realised is, yeah, if you kick the ball long, there's a 2.6% chance that you'll be higher up the ball or higher up the pitch when you win the ball back. And the higher you are up the pitch, the more chance you've got of scoring a goal. Yeah, and with throw-ins, statistically, launching the ball aimlessly into the box at speed, at that trajectory, there is a 2.3 higher chance that you will flick off somebody and end up in the back of the net. Percentage football. Yeah. Data shit, basically. That's what we're doing to football. Data shit. I can't believe it. You know? Imagine Johan Cruyff if you told him about that. He'd be turning in his grave. Total football. It's just doing it now, look. Knobhead. Brentford. What have we become? I'm sorry, I don't care if I'm in the minority. I do not care if I'm in the minority. I can't stand this shit. I don't care whether it's Arsenal, Brentford, Man United or Barcelona. I cannot stand this shit. Somebody needs to take a stand against it and say, we're not going to do it. On the principles of this beautiful game, we are not going to launch. I mean, imagine this, right? Imagine this. Lionel Messi gets the ball. He thinks, I'm going to skip past 4 players and put it in the top corner. Beautiful. Beautiful, right? You get prime Barcelona who say, we're going to do a 20-pass move and it's going to be a tap-in on the back post after a brilliant 20-pass move. Beautiful. Beautiful. You got a long throw from Brentford that flicks off the arse of Gabriel and goes in. It's not goal of the bloody season, is it? It's a goal, but it's not beautiful. And that's what geeks are doing to the game. Spreadsheet wankers. Yeah? Excel spreadsheet wankers. Yeah, I've run the data, Mikhail, and there's more chance of us scoring from a long throw-in than there is from keeping the possession and playing the beautiful game. And at the end of the day, when you run the data, what would you rather do? I know what I'd rather do, Mikhail. I'd rather win. I'd rather win a trophy playing shit than win plaudits for good football. Yeah, and it's harder. It's harder to win trophies playing well. So let's do it the easy way with data. Piss off. Piss off. I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it. So give me your irrational things that you do not like that a lot of other people do. Can be football or not. I've got loads of things irrationally that are not football related as well. But here's Arsenal. Nearly an open play chance there. Still 0-0 in all the games at the moment. Share the video. Share the video and get involved. Yeah. D3 says, I hate people complaining about the weather. Completely irrational. I'm one of them people. I get really moody about wind. And I'm not talking about your missus farting because I've never heard that in however many times we've been married. What is it about? I don't think I'd want a partner that openly farts. I remember like when my mum and dad split up when I was about 10. I used to go and stay at his house at the weekend with my sister, and he remarried and had 2 stepkids who were the same as us. And we sat there on a Saturday night watching Noel's house party, and he'd just go like that, and they'd go, oh, good one, Dad. And I used to think, bad one, Dad. I don't want to hear you guffing. That's disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, but it's irrational, isn't it? But no, that's not irrational. I don't think I'd like to have, at any point in my life, any previous girlfriends, if they'd rolled over in the morning and done a big fart, it would have been a real turn off. I probably would have just got out, had a shower, and left. Yeah. Andre with a super chat says, who do you think are the 2 players that won't be able to play tomorrow? Is Bruno one of them, says Andre. Goal! Brighton! Brighton with a goal! It looks like Van Heck. Is that Van Heck? I don't think it is Van Heck. Am I getting mixed up? It is Van Heck! Van Heck! 1-0 Brighton. They've changed their goalkeeper tonight. It's not Martinez. I don't know why he's dropped Martinez, because is he suspended? Goal Brighton. First goal of the night. They're on a great run, Brighton. Bleeding heck. It's Van Heck. It's a corner. It's not beautiful. Oh, keeper's made a right fuck up. I mean, I don't know what the story is there. I don't know whether there's a push in the back there. That's a foul. That's a foul. Watch. No, not from that angle. I think he's giving him a push, to be fair, because the keeper makes such a mistake. How is that a goal for Brighton? And it wasn't even a corner. Bloody hell. Disgusting, really. Villa have been really hard done by there. He definitely gets a shove in the back. Look, ultimately, you've got to be a goalkeeper to understand that when you get a push in the back like that, you can't, it ruins your jump. Ben Foster FC, he'd be in agreement with me like that. You can't push a goalkeeper in the back when they're jumping because it completely fucks them up. Got a goal for Arsenal coming in. Let's have a look. Lovely play, Ben White. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Marino. Bam, 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 Marino. 1-0 Arsenal. Lovely goal. Lovely goal. Ben White, open play, cross. Oosh. Marino. He's flown over from Benfica. They've got a night off, and it's Jose Mourinho rising on a Ben White cross. No, it's not Jose Mourinho. Lovely little bit of play by Madueke. Lovely cross by Ben White. It's a clean goal, that. And they've given the Brighton goal as well. Absolute wankers. Absolute wankers. I'm telling you now, that's a disgrace. That is a disgrace for Aston Villa. The keeper is clearly pushed in the back. Clearly pushed in the back. And it wasn't a bloody corner anyway. Who are these knobheads on VAR? They know it's not a corner. They know it's not a corner. And then they see a push on the goalkeeper and they can right the wrong and they don't bother doing it either. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. They know it's not a corner. They can't do anything about that, but they know it's not a corner. But you can cover it off by saying it's a foul on the goalkeeper and they don't do it. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Loud Walker says, I don't care, I hate Villa. Hey, we're just trying to be fair. Just trying to be fair. Why isn't Martinez playing? I think he's been dropped. Lovely goal by Arsenal, though. Lovely goal. Brentford on the attack. Lovely play by Brentford. Cut back. So we've got a goal in the Arsenal game. It's 1-0 to Brentford, Arsenal, and it's 1-0 to Brighton. Two home teams winning. Still 1-0 between Wolves and Forest. Still 0-0 between Burnley and Palace. Yeah. Do you watch UFC, Mark? Equally entertaining sport, says Refu. Nah, it's on too late for me. Way too late. TS says, hi Mark, any advice for a 40-year-old going on his first ever date tonight? Don't mess it up because time's running out. Now, that was a joke. That was a joke. 40 is the new 20, really. I mean, 40-year-olds when I was like 12, they didn't have long left. They were all smoked. None of them drank water. They ate badly. You look at like a 40-year-old in the late 80s. They look about 80. So, yeah, mate, just go out there and be yourself and ask them about themselves. People love that. Who do you think are the two players that won't be playing tomorrow? Is Bruno one of them, says Andre? Well, watch the United stand, but I don't think it's Bruno. But Mark, if run the data, says Keel, thank you. Get me a Red Bull, says Razif. Hope you're doing well. How are you feeling about tomorrow? Not asking you to predict, obviously. I'm very confident, Man United philosophy. I'm confident about United tomorrow because it's West Ham, innit? We should be winning that game. Masterclass at missing super chats this, Mark. No, Razif. I don't read them instantly. There is this weird thing from some people who super chat that think I have to stop a better conversation to go back to your comment. I will always read them out, but I don't do them straight away unless they're brilliant. Or I'm in between. Who do you think of the two done that one? Let me Red Bull. Thank you very much for your super chats. So 14 minutes gone. Arsenal leading 1-0 and Brighton leading 1-0. There we go. Do. I don't care, says Tom Jones. I hate Villa. You're the problem. It will happen to you next, pal, says Tom Jones. Mate, I've seen what happened to Villa. It's a disgrace. It's another shit stain on Howard Webb's forehead that says VAR is shit. In fact, you don't need to say VAR is shit. You just say VAR in shit, and the message is clear. Because the VAR is written in shit, so it's VAR is shit. Dreadnought says, and there is the precedent. You get precedent. You're going to see that the rest of the season justify the VAR for corners in the World Cup, says Dreadnought. Yeah, good corner there from Burnley. Be interesting to see how Palace respond because they were so tired against United. But yeah. Oh, I had a question for you, lot. It got me thinking today, right? You know, like my Sky was messing up last night. So after the show last night, I went into the living room and Mrs. Goldbridge says, the Sky's playing up and I'm trying to watch, I don't know, I'm a Celebrity or something. I don't know what she was watching. And I said, oh, you go and make yourself a cup of tea and I'll fix it. And I thought, oh, here we go. I'm going to have to Google it, figure it out, this, that, and the other. It could be the weather. So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to gamble here. I'm going to switch it off and switch it on again. So I switched it off for a minute. Why do they tell you to turn things off for a minute as well? Is anybody technically minded?
Yeah. Basically, Mark, if you turn a machine off for a minute, instead of 30 seconds, the data says there is a very high chance that it will reset itself, but 30 seconds isn't enough. Yeah.
Anyway, I turned it off while she's making a cup of tea. I turned it back on again and it worked perfectly. And I went through all the channels and it worked perfectly. And then she came back and she said, oh, you fixed it. And I said, yeah. She said, what did you do? I said, there's no point me telling you. If it happens again, you know, I've had to do a load of stuff. And it got me thinking, we all do that, don't we? Claiming brilliance on something that was very simple. It's called a power drain. You see, I didn't know. It takes about 30 seconds for the relay switch to disengage. There we go.
Yeah, they've got some geeks in, Mark. Did you not know? It's a hard reset. Yeah. Oh, here we go, Lewis MC. It's to discharge the capacitors inside the Sky Q boxes. The main Q box converts the dish signal into a mesh and sends it wirelessly to the Mini. Restarting the main often fixes it. Yeah.
Lewis, you even typed that, you geek. I bet you wear glasses, Lewis. I mean, I'm wearing glasses. I'm not judging you, but to type that sort of shit, you've got to.
It resets the flux capacitor.
Anyway, this is a great show tonight. We're loving it. Share the video. Share the video. We've got 8,000 watching. Make sure you subscribe. This is the place to be. Lovely stuff. Somebody just said, have you ever had an argument with self-checkout? I'm not admitting to that. It makes me sound mad. Makes me sound mad. The world does need nerds. Yeah. No, we love Lewis. That's the best answer I've ever had. That actually makes a lot of sense. Sat me down. Lovely break by Wolves here. No, I've never understood why you have to turn it off for a minute, and I'm a very impatient person. And, you know, honestly, I might not have had an argument with the self-checkout machine. I definitely have. But I've definitely had an argument with resetting my Skybox because I switch it off and I do wait a minute and I spend the whole time going, why the fuck am I waiting a minute for this? What difference does 60 seconds make to 40 seconds? I've said that before. So now I know. I know. Now I know. Lewis the legend. Box office show, Mark, says Ian O'Connell. Yeah, we're loving it tonight. Lots of good football. Milenkovic has just been... but Brighton are doing really well, though. Like, seriously, Brighton are doing very well. Like, no, I'm not even joking. Look. No, don't look there. Brighton. I want to look at the top 10, please. Look at the league as it stands at the moment. Looks good for Arsenal. They'd be back to 5 points clear. But look at where Brighton would be. Third as it stands because they're beating Villa. Brentford have just had a corner right on the goalkeeper. And I think that's going to get cleared away as well. Another good block. Another corner for Brentford. They're not, you know, they're having a go here, Brentford, to be fair. They're having a go. Will Cooking with Goldbridge ever come back? It was great. It is coming back. So, yeah, definitely coming back. Thank you very much for your super chat, TS. I'm hoping to bring it back next week. I've just got to wait for a couple of bits, but I'm penciling it in for next Thursday afternoon. A live Cooking with Goldbridge. How's that not a goal for Brentford? Free header from a corner. I don't know whether Raya saved it or it was it hit the bar. But if Raya saved it, it's a bit like a bloody cat when you try and no. You know when they're going to fall on their back and they spin around even from an inch off ground. It was I think it was a save, says Reese. Well, we haven't seen a replay yet, but it looked incredible. It was a save, Mark. It was incredible. Then the reactions of a cat spinning around to land on its feet by David Raya. And he's saying, calm down, calm down. Here it is. Yeah, great save. I mean, those reactions are incredible. At that speed. Oh, what a save. What a save by Raya. He's pushing to be the best goalkeeper in the league, isn't he? Call him Felix, the cat. That is quick react. Well, Brentford are doing all right. Brentford are doing all right here. Brighton have got a player down injured at the moment. If Man United failed to sign a midfielder in January, tried to blame it on not having funds, where is that money we used to bid on Baleba? Says Charlie. Good point. Martinez was injured in the warm-up, Mark, says Claire Mosley. Well, you can't do anything about that then. I thought he'd been dropped. Thanks very much, Claire. Sav says, I'm impressed with Baleba's performance so far. It's about time he put in a good performance. Gers got Villa in a acca. 9,200 watching. Please do share the video and smash a like. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. We should be on 3,000 likes. The energy I've brought to the first 20 minutes of this show has been incredible. Absolutely. And I say that myself. Really has. What argument did you ever set with the self-checkout? Mainly it's things like, I've pressed it. I've already done that. For fuck's sake. That's the sort of thing I say. I mean, I feel sorry for the people next to me because I sort of get in the zone. And obviously, I'm very used to, getting frustrated about very limited things. I think Burnley have scored Someone said Burnley have scored. I don't think Burnley have scored. No. I don't think they have. No. No Burnley goal. Yeah, so, you know, basically, if you're like at Tesco or something and you click for contactless and it doesn't register it, I'll go, I've pressed it. I've already pressed it. Or you whack your card on there and it doesn't register it. And it goes, put your PIN in. And I'll go, I don't need to. It should be contactless. For fuck's sake. So, yeah, I do have done that. Have done that. Zuta says you're a cutie pie. Thank you very much. Ray says, I know you don't predict at the moment, but can you see another 5-4 happening tonight? I do predict. I just don't predict United because I get the blame. I get the blame if Man United don't win, if I predict we're going to win easily. So I just don't bother. Yeah. Chuck your questions in. It makes it interesting. Irrational. We've got a bit of a thing going on. Irrational things you don't like. It can be in football. It can be in life. Like the weather, somebody said. The wind. Wind really annoys me. If you were on a walk with me and it was windy, I've got the sort of... when we were in New York, right? Oh, you should have been there, right? When we were in New York, we were down on the river. I don't know whether it is the Hudson, because it's the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know what river does the Brooklyn Bridge go over. Anyway, we were at Brooklyn Bridge and Manhattan Bridge are very close together. And there was this... It was a lovely, clear day, and there was a brilliant shot of me and the Manhattan Bridge. And if I could show you the pictures, I would. It would have been brilliant. It would have been absolutely brilliant. It's the Brooklyn Bridge, so is it the River Brooklyn? Probably that might make. It's the Hudson's the other side. Anyway, it would have been a brilliant picture. But every picture I took, because there was a bit of a breeze, it was blowing my side parting that way. You can't put a picture with. If anyone's ever had like long hair at the front, you can't put a picture on Instagram with your hair being blown that way. It looks stupid. If your style is that way and the wind is blowing that way, you can't do it. I've tried it about 20 times over the space of 5 minutes. I was on my phone doing like that. I got the missus to do it. I couldn't get it to. I was getting really angry. I was like, this is a really good shot. It's a clear day. The bridge looks good. I look good. Apart from the fact that every picture we take, the bloody wind is blowing my side part in that way. I was using spit to try and hold it down. I was holding it to the last minute, saying, take the picture, boom. And we had about 4 pictures of me like that. And as soon as the hand got there, it would blow it. So I was getting absolutely fuming. I was like, this is a great picture. And the wind is ruining it. I don't like wind. I really don't. Would you climb Everest? Absolutely not. No. So many people have died from climbing Everest. This is not an irrational thing. So many people have died from climbing Everest. I just think it's not worth dying climbing a big hill. It's not. I've done loads of good stuff that at the time I thought that's an incredible thing. And then you sort of go, yeah, it was good, but I don't get a bloody hand job for it or anything like that, do I? You know, it's like it's just one of those things where you go, I achieved that. And I don't actually think, personally, I don't think Everest is worth the risk. It's like I'd never go down to have a look at the Titanic. I'm interested in the Titanic, but I'd never go down to do it because I'm like, the risk is too big. Some people are risk takers, I'm not. I know it's more than a big hill, mate. It was being facetious, Bruno. So, half an hour gone here. Villa have just had a chance. Good save by the keeper from Ollie Watkins. Disgraceful goal for Brighton. It's not their fault, but VAR's made a right mess. It wasn't even a corner, and then the keeper's been pushed in the back, and they've still given it. I'm an Eagle, says Mark's right. Technically, it is only a big hill. So at half-time, we'll be flicking to the Liverpool game against Sunderland. Also, Leeds against Chelsea. So we've got lots of games tonight for you. Make sure you subscribe and get involved. We're very close to 10,000 viewers as well. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Brighton should be making it 2-0, and they have. Bloody Robbie.
Robbie, I've run the data and Brighton statistically do win a lot of home games. Shove it up your arse.
Shove it up your arse. 2-0 to Brighton. That's a point for Robbie that I'm back down to 3 now. I need Wolves to win. I don't know why I went with the Villa win. 2-0 Brighton. It's a jammy bastard goal as well. He tries to cross. I thought it was a good finish. I thought he'd finished really well. He tries to cross it, and it goes off Torres into the goal. No, it's a bloody rubbish goal. Jammy gets. I can't speak. Are you hanging up your stockings on the wall? Says, I will tell you this, right, MT. I did this a few years ago. You might be able to find the video. My teeth have changed since then. I need to do a new view. I need to do a new video. But I was heading up to my sister's for Christmas about, somebody tell me, 5 years ago. And I was in a very, very festive mood on Christmas Eve. So I basically did a video of me singing, Are You Hanging Up Your Stocking on the Wall? Great song by Slade, but basically one of the few songs in the world where you can sing the same lyrics all the way through the song. So, are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Are you hanging your stocking on the wall? Are you hanging your stocking on the wall? If you can find me another song that does that, very good. Thank you, MT. Wolves over under 11 points this season, Mark, says WC. I think they'll get more than 11. Yeah. I think they're going to win tonight. Mark's favourite manager is beating Villa, says Yords. Yeah, it's a bad take by me. It's a bad take. Villa are playing awful here. I mean, I can't say it this season. I felt last season Brighton should have been in the top 6, and he absolutely messed it up. But this season, they're overachieving. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut about Brighton. Make out with Avram and the Glazers sell, or United gets top 4 but stay for generations. Make out with Avram and Glazers sell, or United gets top 4 but stay for generations. What? Zuta? I'm not doing that. Hairspray, mate, just put a bit on after the gel, says Deepal. Mate, the wind was very strong, and that's like a bloody sail. That bit's like the wind. If the wind hits that, it's like a bloody sail. We're off. We're off, mate. Woo! That's quite a that's a fixture there. That little whatever you call it, that gets took by the wind. We're going to America. It's like a sail with wind on it. It's a terrible haircut for wind coming that way. Would you rather be a nerd or be bold, says Reese. I've got a problem with nerds. I've just got a problem with the data twats in football going,
yeah, let's throw a throw in into the box. Yeah, statistically, it might hit somebody's arse and go in.
It ain't football though, is it? It's knobheadness. Why have you got a cock above your nose, knobhead? Good play here by Arsenal, and it's gone for a corner. Lovely play by Declan Rice. Andreas says, why dive down to the Titanic when we've already got the Glazers in our club? Both are shipwrecks in their own way. Ambulance drivers who wait till they're right beside me to put the siren on, says Kenneth. And how does it feel watching better teams, Mark, says Malcolm. That's a bit of a crap comment, that, Malcolm. Because it's not logical. That's football's the biggest football fan community in the world, and I've been doing it for 10 years. So, it's not breaking news, is it, that I watch other teams? You can have a look at the Titanic on Google, says Lee Berman. Can you go underwater on Google now? Another corner to Arsenal. Not a very good one. That was awful, that corner by Madueke. Really bad. It's still bouncing around, though. And they've cleared it. Is Unai Emery overrated, says Evan? No, I don't think so. I think he does a good job. I mean, they didn't really buy anybody in the summer, did they? Abe says, checking a possible penalty for Villa. That's a penalty. Is it Baleba again? That's a penalty, that is. That's a penalty. 100%. He's not giving it. Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. What the hell is going on in the Villa game? I can't believe it. This is a disgrace. Part 2. It's the sequel. Not even got through the first half. I can't speak. Mate, he kicks his foot. Doesn't get the ball, he kicks his foot. That is a disgrace. Villa have been absolutely done in here. They shouldn't have had, the first goal shouldn't have been given. Wasn't even a corner. And the goalkeeper was pushed in the back. And then they've just had a blatant penalty be not given. But because it's Villa, it won't matter. They'll get away with it. Useless. Webb, you're useless. You're bloody useless. You should have been sacked ages ago. I don't like to see people getting sacked. But mate, you should have been sacked months ago. You are running the Titanic. You're like the captain of the Titanic. Absolutely idiot. I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but why did he put his foot down when he was heading towards an iceberg, you know? Looking forward to the watch along. By the way, are you going to do a live reaction of the World Cup draw? We are live for the World Cup draw on Friday. Yes, Angel. Yes, we will be live here. It's me's gifted a membership. Thank you very much. We've also got Brad saying, random things I hate. People who confidently walk into a pub and ask for a beer that isn't on tap. Look at the bar first, says Brad. I've never experienced that. I've never experienced that. I love people who walk into a bar when people are already waiting to be served and have no etiquette. I got into an argument once and the person who did it was really apologetic. I could have got punched in the face, but basically I was in a bar, I was waiting, someone was being served. I was clearly waiting. He walked in and he timed it just as they'd finished serving the other person and they were going to turn to me and he went, 2 pints, please, mate. And I went, am I invisible? He went, what are you on about? I said, there's one bar person. I'm stood here and he's turned and you've gone 2 beers. I mean, that's just rude. And he went, oh, I'm really, really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't realise. I went, don't worry about it. Have your drinks, but, you know, I'm just saying. And then it made me feel bad. Tequila, says Alex. Thank you very much. But you know, I've been at busy bars and you wait, you know, there might be 3 or 4 people there. It's really busy and you're waiting to be served and a bar person becomes free and they'll go, yeah, 2 pints, mate. And I just think some people are rude. I think it's not being a Karen. It's not being a bloody Karen. It's people being fucking rude. People should stand up to rude people. Manners cost nothing. I used to be a barman and this bloke walked in and asked for 4 different beers in a row that we didn't serve and it drove me mad, says Brad. I've worked behind a bar before. I've never known anybody do that. Villa have got a goal back and I didn't even see it. Yeah, I did now. Deserved. Justice. Ollie Watkins. They deserve that. Villa 1, VAR 2. Sorry, PGMOL 2, Villa 1. They've got one back. Justice. Brighton aren't even in this game. It's the PGMOL against Villa. A lot of people said to me that this game was going to be goal of the week. Game of the week. They got a goal for Forest as well. Forest have scored. Shit. Robbie went with that and all, didn't he? Jesus. I did say that Jesus would start scoring goals. Good header. Good header. Set pieces against Wolves, free header. I said in the summer when he was at Botafogo in the Club World Cup, I said I like the cut of his jib. I think he's going to be a good signing for Forest. And I mean, there's all sorts of grabbing hold of people going on there. I mean, why would the Wolves defender be grabbing hold of Morato like that when yesterday you've seen a penalty given for that sort of stuff? Oh, they're checking for a possible offside for Forest. He is right in front of the goalkeeper. That's not going to get given. That's not going to get given. That's going to be offside. Right in front of the goalkeeper. Look, that's not going to get given. And that's not like Van Dijk's. Like he can't see that. You can't see it. They're not going to give that. That will be an offside. That won't get given. Yeah, he can't react because he can't see. If they give that, for once, that's actually where offside interference is valid. The Van Dijk one should have been given, but that can't be given. It's right in his eye line and he's offside. How many times do you need to look at it, mate? It's so bloody obvious. That's the most obvious interference offside I've ever seen. What are you doing? You can't. Oh my God. If they think about giving this, they're idiots. Mate, that is the most obvious offside interference. That's in the bloody playbook. He stood right in front of him and he can't see. How are they not? How are they not thinking here? I can't. I tell you what, if you're watching the Wolves Forest game, I cannot believe they haven't ruled this out yet. Moronic. Tonight is a bad night for the PJMOL. What is it they're looking for now? They're taking forever. They must be drunk, says Lewis. Must be the PJMOL's Christmas party. He's going to check. He's going to check the screen now. Oh my God. Some of these decisions are incredible. Mate, I've seen it. The first time, he's right in front of him. He's right in front of him. You can't see. Look at, he's right in front of him. He can't see. I reckon they're going to give this. I think they're going to give it. That is exactly what the rule is for. He is right. Oh my God. They've looked at it 10 times. Are they thick? This is it. This is why officiating in this country is so bad. They're fucking morons. They've got the camera right behind Sam Johnston and the Forest player is right in front of him and he can't see it when it gets headed. It's the most blatant and they're still looking. I reckon they're going to give it. This is going to be right up there. This is incredible. It's the most blatant offside interference you'll ever see. And they've took about 5 minutes. They've looked at it about 20 times. I mean, he's going to give it.
Yeah, we've looked at it 20 times and we still think he could have saved it and he should have had X-ray eyes to see through him. We're giving the goal. Yeah.
If they don't give the goal, they've got to give the goal now. They took so many bloody times. No, he's not giving. Oh my God. 5 minutes to decide it wasn't a goal when we knew it wasn't a goal 5 minutes ago. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So they've not given it anyway. Wow. Why do they always wait 10 minutes before deciding to check for an offside after they've celebrated, says Zetti. Robbo96 says this is football heritage right here. Keel says they're checking their bet 365. So 0-0 Wolves and Forest, still 0-0 Palace and Burnley at Burnley. Arsenal still 1-0 and Brighton still 2-1. Inquisition says they need to get their 15 angles mark and choose the worst one. The thing is, they had the right angle in the first 5 seconds. They could have gone, no goal, bang. David Priest says, what's the best new film you've watched this year? Oh, God. Downton Abbey. Also, Mark, we met at Clash of Creators back in 2021 and just wanted to say that bar Jose Mourinho, you were probably the nicest celebrity I've met so far, says Brad. Oh, lovely stuff. Always good when you leave a good impression. Thank you, Brad. Thanks for all your super chats tonight. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Liverpool and Sunderland are kicking off in about a minute. We will go there once we've hit the half times. And Leeds Chelsea as well. Big game for them. We're only 200 subscribers away from 442,000 tonight as well. Please do subscribe. Get involved with That's Football. Daily content. You're very, very welcome here. The Predator film was great. Was that this year? Inquisition. Prey. That was longer than that. It was Belaber who gave a penalty away and didn't get given again as well. When I get the first round of drinks in, I tip the bartender 10 quid, which always leads to super fast service. I was in a queue and had bartenders just walk straight to me and look after me. Good idea, Ricky. Good idea. When I used to work behind a bar, there were certain bartenders who would just go to the attractive people. Palace, 1-0, Munoz, which I just think is attractivist. Yeah, Gehi with the cross. It's a lovely goal by Palace. That is a lovely goal. Gehi with the assist, Munez with the header, dinks it up to the back post, gets his head on it, lovely goal. Predator Badlands came out last month, says Inquisition. I'm going to watch that when it comes out. I didn't watch it in the cinema. He's definitely onside. So that's Palace 1-0. Forest goal disallowed, still 0-0 there, but we've got a goal in all the other games. Villa, very unlucky, but they've got one back. I can see them getting back into it in the second half. Lovely header by Muniz. Dreams got him in his FPL. Imagine if Sunderland did win at Anfield. Yeah, so Martinez not in goal. He got injured in the warm-up, apparently. I think it's half-time for Arsenal. I don't know why Liverpool and Chelsea haven't been put on multi-view yet, because they both kicked off, apparently. Are you going to watch the new Avatar? I haven't watched the second one yet, Real Mr. Starfish. Well, that's been an eventful first 45. I mean, to be fair to Brentford, they've had a go against Arsenal. I think Arsenal need the second goal there. I really, really do. Brentford again. People have got a lot of time for Brentford. I can't stand the way they play football. I've got to be honest. I'm anti-Brentford now. I can't stand this direct data football. Shove it up your arse. I'm going to say what I think. Here we go. About to do it again. Look at this. Launching a long throw into the box. What does this even mean? If they score from that, what does it even mean? What's good about that? You know, if you're a Brentford fan and you see the guy and it's a throw-in, I mean, doesn't a part of you die inside? Oh, we might score, but at what price? Credibility. I mean, fucking hell. MK Dons can do that. What's the future in chucking long throws into the box? I mean, that's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Anyway, it's half-time with Arsenal and Brentford, and it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Lovely goal by Arsenal as well. A proper goal. An open play goal. And here we go. Crystal Palace are about to launch a long throw into the box. Look at this. I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe how many teams are doing this. I'm starting a movement. And I don't care whether it's only me in it. Disgusting. Half-time, Burnley Palace as well. The less goals we get from long throw-ins, the better. It's like a disease in the game. We need an antidote. Yeah, Delo does do it. I was confused. Ruben Amorim in his press conference today said that he's good at set pieces. What a chance that was for Villa. Good save by Verbruggen as well. Really good save. Nearly 2-2. Brilliant save. Yeah, Ruben Amorim in his press conference today says Delo's good at set pieces. And I'm like, what? He's crap at set pieces. And then I realised he means long bloody throw-ins. Well, I didn't realise it. Someone in the chat said it. Yeah. Victor Meldrew says, Gav, I mean, I used to like One Foot in the Grave, and if I'm keeping that moaning old shit alive, then I'm happy to become that in my old age. I don't care. Look, the thing is, one thing about age, I'll tell you, is that you become more and more sure about what you do like and what you don't like, and you become less and less bothered about saying it. And I cannot stand long throw-ins. I think it's anti-football. I think it's disgusting. And I don't like it. And I don't find it entertaining. And I don't need to please people by going, I think it's good. If United score in the last minute with one tomorrow, I will celebrate it. I'm not that principled. But I can't stand them. I can't stand them. And if you do like them and I'm in the minority, I don't care. I don't know why Chelsea are not on the multi-view, because apparently they've scored. I'm not happy about this. Why aren't Leeds and Chelsea on multi-view? They've scored! Goal for Leeds! Why am I not getting that? Goal Leeds! Leeds have scored against Chelsea. Oh no! Well, I mean, I don't really like Leeds actually. Corner, what a surprise! Nyeh. Statistically, you've got more. Oh, it's a good header. To be fair, I don't mind corners. I'm not gonna put them in there. I don't mind corners. That's a good corner as well. It's not one of these barge the goalkeeper out the way. He's gone to the front post. Bijol, strong header. 1-0 Leeds. I don't think Sanchez has got strong enough wrists. Needs to get on his laptop a bit more. Not using his spare time. I meant like, you know, playing Football Manager. Not like that. Not like that. I'm a bit worried here because I can put Liverpool Sunderland on and I can put Chelsea Leeds on, which is what I want to do. But neither of them two are on multi-view. What are they doing on multi-view? 2-2! Villa! Have that, Robbie Lyle. Have that, Robbie Lyle. He said Brighton win. I said a draw. 2-2. It's a shame that wasn't the 90th minute. Emery's lost his coat. He's took his coat. I mean, taking your coat off's crap. Take your top off, not your bloody coat. Right on half time as well. Lovely long ball by Matty Cash. Don't know whether Watkins is onside. Brighton playing a suicide. What a finish by Watkins. What a finish by Watkins that is. Over the top. Touch. Boom. Bottom corner. Look at that for a finish. Laces. 2-2. Deserves to be a goal, that, because the way he's laced that in, you don't save those. Why is Chelsea and Liverpool's game not on multi-view? Somebody tell me. That game won't finish a draw. No, Villa will probably win. What a game. What a game of the night. Brighton against Villa. They're reviewing it for Offside. We'll come back next week. What if they're reviewing it for Offside? Why are they looking at Ollie Watkins finishing it? It's been given. I think it's been given, yeah. Wirtz cost 120 million euros, yet he has 0 goals and assists so far, but the media doesn't call him a flop. Imagine if he was a United player, says Armin. Balaba's bossing it, apparently, and yet Villa are drawing 2-2, and both Brighton goals were lucky. Okay. Remove your tongue from rimming Balaba, whoever that is, because he should have given a penalty away as well. Right, multi-view is just showing us the half-time scores. Get bloody Chelsea and Liverpool on, you twats. Why aren't they doing that? Why aren't they doing that? Does anybody know why they're not putting multi-view on for the Liverpool and Chelsea games? I'm very disappointed. Right, we're going to Anfield for the half-time. I'm loving this. This is how football should be. You should be able to go, you know, half-time, let's put another game on. We're about 10 minutes in here. I'm just going to give you the accurate time. No, not. There we go. And we're not watching Arsenal Brentford at the moment. God, what's going on here? Put that on there. Lovely. And I want to change that. There we go. Leeds are dominating Chelsea. No Caicedo for Chelsea tonight, by the way. In relation to team news for Chelsea, they have got no Caicedo. They're losing 1-0. I presume Caicedo's banned for 3 games. Sanchez, Chalobah, Tosin, Badiashile, Cucurella, Enzo, Santos, Pedro, Esteval, Gittins, and Delap. He's made a lot of changes. He's made a lot of changes from Sunday. And it's a difficult place to go for Chelsea. I suppose they put a lot of work into the Arsenal game, didn't they? Sunderland playing in blue tonight. Yeah, nearly 12,000 watching. Keep sharing the video. Thanks, everybody. And thanks for liking the video as well. Now 5134 says, start a poll. The discussion around Arsenal has been whether to start Moreno or Gyökeres when both are fit. For me at this moment, I'd go Moreno. I ain't got a problem with that. I've got a problem with that. I'll do a poll for you as well. I think if you're in the possession of the shirt and you're scoring goals, then, you know, no issue with that. Ooh, his foot's up there on McAllister. Robbie, let's have a look at this. I mean, slow-mo never does anything. Nah, again, it's a bit of a weird challenge the way he's done it. But I think Alexi McAllister's going to be okay. I always think the Sunderland manager looks a little bit like Chris Coleman, the former Welsh manager. I'd go Gyökeres still, yeah. Be interesting to see how Liverpool do against Sunderland because they're a very energetic side. Whatever happened to the 115? I haven't heard a peep in ages, says Nate. There was something in the international break that it was coming soon, but it's gone quiet again. Thanks for your super chats, by the way. Cucurella is useful as Anne Frank's drum kit on corners, says Novel. Okay. Verst, done that one as well. Ollie Watkins hat-trick, says Jason. Look, if Liverpool win this game tonight, credit, it's not going to be easy. Thanks everyone who's sharing the video. We're nearly at 12k. Mark, would you ever go on Finn versus the internet, says Luke Jones. I feel like I was asked to go on that. I was asked to go on that. Bloody hell. I didn't reply. I did reply. They asked me to go on it in the summer. I said I should be able to do it in September. Then they came back to me and I didn't reply. I definitely would have gone on that. I saw Jack Mate on it. I think it's great. I've just had a really busy, and it's no excuse, but I've had a really busy September to now, and it's going to be like it, I think, for the next 2 months. And I can't say too much because you know it might jinx it, but it's been ridiculously busy, and I don't mean in front of camera. It's going to be a big reveal in the new year. They're saying it could be 2 inches bigger. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'd never pay for that. I don't need to. Happy with what I've got. I'm a bit disappointed why we haven't got multi-view for the Liverpool-Chelsea game. Liverpool and Chelsea game. Can anybody understand that? Can anybody understand that? Who gets their party food from Waitrose? I've got a mate who's very straight speaking, more than me. And Waitrose is like a posh supermarket, right? And he would say, who buys the party food from Waitrose? You know, 20 quid for a couple of vol-au-vents. I hope they choke, the snobby twats. I think that's too far. I really think that's too far. You know, choking is something that, you know, when I was in the emergency services, used to happen quite a lot. And it's baffling. People can choke on a fishbone. I mean, I don't even understand how that happens. Apparently, it's because it irritates the throat and causes it because you can't clear it. It's not because it blocks your airway. It's because it irritates your airway. Why is Mukiele the only Sunderland player with no shirt sponsor, says Bebo. Maybe it's because their shirt sponsor is a shirt sponsor he doesn't believe in. And the sponsor are okay with that. Multiview can only have 4 games, says Craig. Yeah, well, they could have bloody 2. It's half time. So they just can't be bothered. They can't be bothered. Somebody at Sky said, for 15 minutes, why don't we put the Chelsea and Liverpool game on Multiview? Oh, but that means we've got to take that off and turn that on. Well, I tell you what, I did it. I changed the scoreline there and the match stats. I haven't even got a bloody producer. Produce that. Mosquera injured now. That's 3 centre-backs, says Alexander. I tell you what, Arsenal have had a lot of injuries. They have had a lot of injuries. It's poor, though, because I would love to have the Chelsea and Liverpool game on Multiview. Because Chelsea are losing. Oh, have they got it on now? Or have they just showed that? Nah, they haven't got it on. They've just got the Leeds game on. Some people think Leeds could stay up. I think they started the season quite well, but they've got in the groove with Burnley. No, they're not going to put it on. They're not going to put it on. Totally Alfie says, that's a lovely Sunderland kit. No, Wolves Forest is Sky Sports F1. Oh, what's going on in the snooker? I'll stop now. Who remembers the... I don't think they do it now. Who remembers years ago? They don't do it. It was brilliant. Can you remember when Sky Sports, when the snowmen used to come out? Oh, that was brilliant. In the goal, the snowmen, and the ball had hit them. That, you knew it was Christmas then. When Sky Sport started doing the advert with the snowmen in goal. Oh, I loved that. That was Christmas. And the Soccer Saturday Christmas special that would be at Jeff Stelling's house. Oh, yeah. That were good. Those were good times. There were. Isaac's just had a shot over the bar. I always cheer for the underdog, so let's go Liverpool, says Zuta. Well, let's have a look at the league table as it stands. Thanks everyone who's tuning in tonight. I can only get energetic because of you. I'm going to watch the Vicar of Dibley Christmas special tonight. Never watched it. Don't judge it. I've never watched it, so people can say what you like. I told you I've got my list. I was at work yesterday, and I'm the boss, and I said, "Can I have half an hour off to do a list of Christmas specials, Mark?" And I went, and my boss said, "Yes, you can," which was me. So I've got a big list of Christmas films and TV shows that I spent half an hour compiling with data. See, data can work quite well in that sense. Yeah, I think it's the one where she goes for 3 Christmas dinners. I'm going to give it a go. If you want any recommendations for Christmas films or shows to watch, I'm going to rank them tomorrow. Royal Family Christmas specials are very good, Mike. I would recommend the 3rd series Christmas special one where Anthony brings home Emma's mum and dad. That's a good one. Peep Show Christmas special is good. I don't know if it was a Christmas special. It was just Christmas. Father Ted Christmas special is brilliant. Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is a classic. I'm trying to keep this year because Christmas TV is so shit. I'd normally have watched Home Alone by now, but I think I'm going to watch it on Christmas Eve at like 6 o'clock. Star Wars is not Christmas. So 0-0 here between Liverpool and Sunderland. A very equal game so far. And Leeds are still beating Chelsea 1-0. And they're playing very well. Trouble with Leeds is, I think Deck the Holes is a crap film, Alex. Best Only Fools and Horses Christmas special is Fatal Extraction. You own a bar and you get the choice of any 5 drinks on tap. What you picking, says Brad. Oh, I'm not a beer snob. I'd probably have Malbec on tap. No, I'm not a beer snob. I like Asahi at the moment. I do quite like that. It gives me a bad headache, though. But I do like it. Trouble is, red wine, if I have a couple of glasses of it, I don't get a hangover. But lager really does affect me bad. I hate Jingle All the Way. It's a Wonderful Life is a great Christmas film, yeah. The Holiday is nice. Jude Law is always class. Oh, the acting in A Holiday is terrible. Kate Winslet. Oh, you know when she bounces on that bed, jumping around? I wish that bed had bounced her out the fucking window. I don't know what it is about Kate Winslet. I just can't get over the door on the Titanic. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, and I'm sure she's a great actress, but everything she's in, she just irritates me. And in The Holiday, she goes to this house in LA where she does a house swap, and she's just running around going, ooh, 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 and then she starts jumping on a bed. And I really wish the bed had just bounced her out the fucking window. Oh, I've broken my neck. I'm not in the film anymore. Not Kate Winslet. I wouldn't want her to break her neck. I'm just saying her character can break her neck and be out of the film. And I won't lie, it is because the selfish bitch didn't get off the door. I actually think on that Titanic scene, I mean, I have mentioned it before, and I shouldn't mention it tonight because it really does wind me up. Liverpool, good play this. If he goes wide, oh, the other pass was on, you twat. The pass was on. The pass was on. The pass was on to Gakpo about 10 times, and they ignored it. £120 million for a creator, and he can't see a bloody pass. How did they not get this ball to Gakpo here? Ignorant. Actually ignorant. I think the pass was on. Yeah, Mythbusters proved the door would have sank, says Brad Beatty. Mythbusters. It's just geeks. I'll do an experiment. I'm going to do an experiment in my swimming pool next year. When I've got a swimming pool. I'll do it in the bath. But no, like, I have a theory about the door and the end of Titanic, right? She wouldn't have done it because she was too bloody selfish and she didn't want to get cold. But you know when she's lying on the door, what if she got off the door for a couple of minutes, he got on the door, then he gets off the door and she gets on? I think, has anyone thought about that? Anyone thought about that? Yeah, all right. Someone will go, no, they both would have died. I don't think they would. I think if you get in for 2 minutes, you get out, then you get in, then you get out. No one ever thought about that, did they? That could have worked. Trouble is, if she got off the door, she wouldn't have got back on. He had to help her up in the first place. That's got nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she had a big, heavy dress. I'd say get your dress off, and she'd go, "Oh, that's not very gentlemanly." I'd say it's going to weigh you down. Take your dress off, leave it on the door, get in the water, and then when you get back on, it'll be dry. Put it back on. It'll be easier to get on the door. I'll give you a push up. Oh, but I'm in my knickers and my bra. The last thing have you seen how cold it is? Be miraculous if I got a stiffy in this. It's about the size of a bloody mushroom. As if I'm gonna get my kicks off, pushing you up onto a door, and with your arse in my face, freezing cold. Just get your dress off, leave it dry, get in here, let me have a lie up there, and then we'll get you back in a minute. I think it would have worked. But she would never have done it because she was too busy singing on the door, going, up she goes, off she goes. Get off, you bitch. Get off. Well, I'm a problem solver, and I've never heard anybody say, why didn't they do that? And I think it would have worked. I really do. My mate said to me once, why didn't they swim around all the dead people and take their clothes off them and warm themselves up? I said, well, one, the clothes would have been wet, and two, you're stripping dead people, which is surely an offence. And he said, well, it's not like a police boat was going round, and if they were, arrest me, I'm saved. Sunderland playing well here. Let's have a look at the Chelsea-Leeds game. Do I think Sunderland will stay up? Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah, they're still losing, Chelsea. What time's your first drink on Christmas Day, says Jason? Bucks Fizz. And before that, swap it around. No, no. Normally, it's not me. I'm working class. So before I was married, my first drink would be a can of Skol at about 7 o'clock in the morning with my celebration. With my selection box, but since I've been married, they have scrambled eggs and salmon and a Bucks Fizz with their breakfast, which is orange juice with champagne. I don't like champagne though. I can't stand champagne. Good play by Sunderland down the wing. Should have put the cross in first time there, mate. Sunderland, you're pissing about with it here. Put it in the mixer. Oh, that's a good bit. Guys, God, they keep getting into good positions, Sunderland, then going backwards. I've had slow gin, Jacob. It's not a bad drink. Oh, he's refused the cross again. Put the cross in. Oh, what? Why won't Sunderland put the cross in? Oh. What Seb put on his Christmas list this year? Oh my God. Don't even start. He wants a mini motorbike. I said, do you know what that'd do to the garden? He said, I don't care. He wants one of those, you know, them balance boards where you stand up and he wants one of them. Not getting one of them. He wants a VR headset. I'm like living the real world. They could have sat on the door like a seesaw, says Lee Berman. That definitely would have worked. But they reckon it would have sank. I personally think another way of solving the door problem would have said, who's the heaviest? Who's the one who's sinking it? Oh, well, off you go. Best or worst Christmas present you ever got, Mark, says Ewan. Tell me some of yours. We'll be back on multi-view in a minute. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when the other games kick off because they have all kicked off. Oh, there's too many games now. Last night it was easier. I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep Liverpool Sunderland on and it's one page away from multi-view. So we'll do that. There'll be half time here in 15 minutes anyway. We'll keep it like that. If the results stay the same and Man United win, they would be up to joint fourth, Mark. Yeah, well, we're not going to go fourth because Chelsea got 10 goals more than us. However, we would leapfrog Brighton and Sunderland and Liverpool. Do you want Margot Robbie for Christmas? No, I don't, Zuta. That's completely one-sided and it's not from me. Ethan Clarkson says, why didn't they just shag on the door? That would have warmed them up. I think that would have been very difficult. If you've ever been in a cold climate, it tends to retract. That's always my excuse. But we've had the heating on. No, well, I'm just cold. Nate Soccer says, do you open your gifts on the morning of the 25th in the UK? Good header, headed away by Sunderland. Keeper's going to get hold of that. As a kid, I used to open my presents pre-5 a.m. As an adult, it's normally about 11 o'clock in our house, which I think is a bit late, but in a way, it's quite good. Ewan, what's your best or worst Christmas? The worst Christmas present I got was a cassette player. You know, what do you do at 12 years of age with a cassette player? Put music on and listen to it on Christmas Day. I don't even like music that much. I didn't say that when I opened it. You know, I knew it was a tough Christmas. Me and my sister basically got the same thing. And it wasn't a Sony. It was some shit. But we didn't have a lot of money and it was fine. But I did want an Amiga. And I wanted to play sensible soccer. But, you know, it wasn't to be. Best Christmas presents I had was the next year when I got the Amiga and I was playing sensible World of Soccer at 5:30 in the morning, and it was game 8 when I scored my first goal. It was a corner, McClare. I went, get in. No, I don't know if it was McClare. It might have been Hughes, or was it Cantona? I can't remember. It was one of them sensible soccer headers where you just throw your player at it, hits it, goes in. It was my first goal. I was shit at the game. Because I don't think there was a difficulty level on sensible soccer. I think you just played at a certain level. It was a brilliant game. Oh, and when I was about 10, I got a brilliant Sabor! What a hit! That should have been a goal. Give a clap to the Sunderland player and Alisson. He's absolutely smashed the shit out of that, and it's an absolutely brilliant... Well, I don't know if it's a brilliant save or not, but you'd probably expect Alisson to save it. But it was a brilliant, brilliant shot by Hume. And he got his hand on it. Kept it out. I think he tipped it onto the post. Thank you, Ewan, for your super chats. Yeah, they're going to show it again here. This would have been an absolute cracker. Gets it out of his feet. Bang. Yeah, tipped it onto the bar, Alisson. It's a good save. You'd expect him to save it, but... it was a good hit. Brad B says, my nan bought me driving gloves. I was 19 and I drove a 2006 Seat Ibiza and she clearly thought I was James Dean. Lovely stuff. Rest in peace, your gran. I've just realised she might not be dead, Brad. It was only 20 years ago. She might be young. I know somebody who's a gran at 42. Do the maths. We never see Mrs. G. Is she famous? Kate Beckinsale says Parker. We never see Gary Lineker's wife. I don't think he's got one, actually. I think he's divorced. Are you doing an F1 watch-along on Sunday? I haven't decided, Dan's. I'm definitely going to watch it. I might do a watch-along for it. (1-0 Arsenal, 0-0 Forest, 2-2 Brighton Villa, and Palace are winning 1-0. Liverpool Sunderland 0-0. Leeds still losing to Chelsea. Every time I go on the Leeds game, it's Leeds going forward. Do you think Chelsea have shot their load against Arsenal and they're tired? Not that word. I meant to say, I don't know what I meant to say, but I didn't mean to say that. I meant like, what did I mean to say? I didn't mean to say that. Do you think Chelsea have, I don't even know. Well, I suppose it does work. You know what I mean. Are they tired? Have they put all their effort into that? Rolando says, I know someone who's a great grandma at 48. So, 14 years of age, you have a kid. They have a kid when they're 16. You'd be 40 and a grandma. No, how does that work? How do you be a great grandma at 48? Bloody hell, well, it's illegal. All I want for Christmas is 12 points for United, says OTG. And Detroit Simon says, off topic, Mark, but who are you picking to make the Super Bowl this year? Looking forward to the watch along. It looks like to me, was it the Broncos and the Patriots at the moment look very good, but I think they're on the same side, aren't they? So they can't do the Super Bowl. But they look like the two best teams. But I don't think they can happen. FC career mode will be back, Stuart. I was thinking about that today. I'm just busy at the moment. However, I have got a lot of time from next week until New Year. So hopefully a lot of you will be able to tune in for that. Look, you know what? In relation to Salah being dropped, somebody just mentioned Salah there. This is why you drop Salah, because you give the team that won the game on Sunday an opportunity. You don't just throw Salah back into the team. You give him a bit of a kick up the arse, and then if the team that won on Sunday doesn't do very well, you bring him on and hopefully he responds and gets you the points. That's the ideal situation for Slot and Liverpool. But this is a difficult game as well. I mean, look, if Salah came on and wasn't doing the defensive work, it would be problematic. Fernando says, a girl I dated is a grandma at 36. Her 13-year-old son had a baby. Disgusting. Disgusting. James BCFC says, what's your Christmas film strategy this year? I could read you the list. Shall I read you my work? So 8 minutes to go to half-time in the 8:15 kickoffs. Leeds are beating Chelsea at the moment, 1-0. Bijol with a header from a corner, and it's 0-0 between Sunderland and Liverpool, which is a credit to Sunderland, because they do not look in any way, shape or form out of this game. In fact, they're playing very, very well. Very equal game, but they are playing well. Game of the night, Villa-Brighton. Still 2-2 though. Ollie Watkins equalising right on half-time. We've had no goals in the second halves yet. Still 2-2 Brighton-Villa. Still 0-0 for Wolves-Forest. Forest had a goal disallowed quite rightly for an offside. Arsenal 1-0 Brentford. And Palace are winning at Burnley. I think Burnley are heading down. Yeah. Right, here's my list of Christmas films that I want to watch. Family Man, I've already watched it. Home Alone 1 and 2. The Santa Claus. Grinch. Elf. Polar Express. Love Actually. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Die Hard. Charlie Brown's Christmas. Arthur Christmas. Scrooged. And A Nightmare Before Christmas. Quite a range. Quite a range. Salah says, you know what I love about you? You've got no filter. Well, good. I think that's a positive. Die Hard is definitely a Christmas film. And Lethal Weapon would be on there if I hadn't watched it in the summer. And I tell you what else would be on there? Rambo First Blood. That would be on there. That's set at Christmas. I tell you what, if you want a little bit of action and you're fed up of watching Die Hard, Lethal Weapon or Rambo First Blood. Brilliant, both set at Christmas. Batman Returns is a good one. Should put and watch that for ages. That's a good one. Oh, Lee Berman is a moderator and he's never seen Die Hard. I mean, I'm going to have to remove the moderation, mate. I mean, that's part of being a moderator. You've got to have watched Die Hard. I used to work with somebody who'd never watched Star Wars and I thought, ow. Can't remember Will from the podcast, though. The amount of classic films he'd never watched. Pulp Fiction, Inception, The Godfather. It was ridiculous. We got a Villa goal. We got a Villa goal. They've come back from 2-0 down. And Villa are winning 3-2. And oh, ho, ho. It's from a corner. Justice jam on toast. That's justice, and this is That's Football. 3-2 to Villa. Well, Robbie would have been... Robbie's gone with a Brighton win. I've gone with a draw. So, I don't really mind as long as he doesn't get points. But from this position... That's good play by Belaber, to be fair. From this position, you'd say... It's unlikely Brighton are going to win. But you never know. You never know. I'll tell you what, Wolves' biggest problem is they can't score goals. I don't think we've seen a chance for Wolves in this entire game. Jonathan says, my worst Christmas gift was a Thomas the Tank Engine puzzle at 15 from the grandparents. Ah, they might have been like forgetful. I think it's hard for old people sometimes because technology passes them by, doesn't it? Some of them. I don't want to be stereotypical. My mate's gran plays PS5 and she's 72. She loves it. She's got a very active... well, no, I shouldn't say. She's very active, though, let's just say. She's definitely not giving up or letting... she's not sucking on Werther's originals, let's put it that way. Which I actually look forward to when I get old. Give me the slippers, give me the Werther's, give me the cup of tea and a bit of countdown and I'll be happy. Ashley Smith says... Hey up, Mark. I'm picking up a load from Ineos in Newton tomorrow. If old Jim is there, what do you want me to say to him? Sell the club, you absolute parasite. You're only in it for the money. Gakpo, bit of space down the left-hand side. He's going to shoot, you know. I think Gakpo is a very interesting player. I think he's a good player, but he's a bit of a typical winger. We had this with Garnacho and Rashford and Anthony. Sometimes you know what they're going to do and it's not the right thing to do. Like at that point, he should have been looking to pass. Oh my God, it's 2-0 to Leeds. We're going to Ellen Road. What the hell is going on? Well, it's 2-0. Is Twitter? I think Twitter's down, isn't it? Somebody just said in the chat. Yeah, I think Twitter's down, by the way. 2-0 to Leeds. Is it Calvert-Lewin? No. It's Tanaka. What a goal. What's going on with Leeds? Phil Foden would be going like this. That is incredible. My Twitter's... Oh, Twitter's back now. Apparently. That is a great goal by Leeds. 2-0 up against Chelsea. And Chelsea... you know what? I do think... I do think that tiredness can be a thing. You know? And I think that we've seen a lot of teams rotating tonight. And I think Chelsea, who was so... And look, this is exactly why I don't put Chelsea in a title race. Because I've been very impressed with them. But have they got the know-how and the experience yet to go and win games like this? And maybe they can in the second half. However, I think that's the big thing. Yeah, Chelsea can hold their own against Arsenal and the Man Cities. But these are the games, if you want to be in a title race, you have to go and win. And to be fair, I saw a few Arsenal fans saying this at the weekend. Oh, yeah, Man City, Chelsea, they might put us in a race. But it's across 38 games, isn't it? It's not across one. So Leeds doing fantastically well here. And Chelsea, I think, made too many changes. I think they made too many changes. Connor, hold on up a minute. He says, Belabor playing fantastic. What are your thoughts on Mika for Dortmund? How can Belabor be playing fantastic when he nearly gave a penalty away and Brighton are very lucky that it's only 3-2? What is more infuriating are the idiots in charge of the lifeboats. I hope they had a miserable life, says Oscar. Still talking about Titanic. No, to be fair, they took the lifeboats away until most people had died so that they didn't get drowned, and then they went back and tried to find a few that had lived. Oh, corner to Sunderland. My worst Christmas gift was when Mum got me a City shirt instead of a United one. She thought I supported City. Unforgivable, says Tom. Yeah, Saka. You're sacked. How can your mum not know who you support as a football club? I wouldn't bet on Leeds to hold on in the second half, says VBA. Well, the trouble is, I don't think Chelsea are playing very well. RGS says, do you have the granny's number, bro? Asking for a friend. Worst Christmas present was a kettle at 14, says Rob. To be fair, Rob, that sounds like your parents didn't have a lot of money and they were buying stuff they needed and passing it off as a present. Corner to Sunderland, right on half-time. Played by Alisson. I think having Alisson back for Liverpool makes a big difference as well. And it is half-time, which means we can go back to multi-view. Maresca, the tactical genius. I just think Chelsea have made too many changes. Too many changes from Maresca tonight. And it look, you know, I know some of it is enforced. But let me just have a look at this Chelsea side. So, I mean, he's moved. I mean, I don't know how much of it's enforced, but you look at the lineup comparable to Sunday. He's got no Gusto. He's moved Chalobah to right back and he's brought Tosin in. So that, and Badashil. So he's made 3 changes in his back 4. Santos has come in and for Caicedo, but then Reece James isn't playing either. Delap's up front, Pedro's gone into the midfield, and then he's got Gittins on the left-hand side. So Gusto, Neto, Reece James are 3 players not playing. He's made too many changes. They might be enforced, but there's too many changes there. You've got to respect the league. Forest have scored. It's Jesus again. He scored 1 in the first half. He scored 1 in the second half. 1 was disallowed. Will this one be disallowed? I doubt it. I can't see. No, he's miles onside that time. Keeper's made a right fuck up, hasn't he? Poor old Wolves. They just can't score goals. Keeper's made a right mess of this. Fair play. Brave header by Jesus. I do think he'll score goals. And he just has. Oh my God, he's got a weird celebration. He goes like this. It must be like a finishing move in a computer game. Is it Ryu from Street Fighter? And you thought originality was dead. A true gent says, Maresca certainly doesn't have any gusto. His team is dead. Well, game of the night's definitely at Brighton. They were 2-0 up and they're now 3-2 down. I'd say, well, Arsenal are having to work hard here against Brentford. I mean, give Brentford credit. It's only 1-0, 15 minutes to go. And they've had a right old go. I think Forest will win that now. Wolves can't score goals, can they? That should be a very straightforward 3 points for United on Monday. Should be. But they can't score goals, Wolves. They've scored 7 goals all season. I mean, that is abysmal. They've scored 7 goals this season. The second lowest team for scoring goals is Forest, and they've got double, 14. So Wolves have scored 7, Burnley have scored 15, West Ham have scored 15, Leeds have scored 15, and Forest have scored 14. And Wolves have scored 7. That is, they just can't score. Thanks everyone who's tuned in tonight. Nearly 13k of you, legends. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're getting very close to 442k. Hydra got coal in his stocking once. What, Cheryl? Some would be happy with that. I mean, I'd say get out. Can't stand your tattoo on your back or your singing. And you look like a bit of a moaner. I don't want that for Christmas. That don't impress me. Oh, no, that's not Cheryl Cole. That's Shania Twain. I'm getting mixed up. Fofana is our best centre-back and he's not playing as well, says Max. Too many changes from Chelsea tonight. Too many changes. Brentford deserve a draw, says Ian. Oh, big save by Verbruggen there. Nearly an OG from Dunk. Great reactions by Verbruggen. Villa have been fantastic tonight. Where is Lisa Reynolds tonight, says Tom. She's busy. She strikes me as the sort of person that doesn't get many nights off. I'm not saying she's that. I'm just saying, like, she seems like she's got a very one-track mind. FIFA highlights. What's wrong with Wolves, in your opinion? Just gradually eroded their team and removed the players that made a difference. The Cunhas, the Alt-Nouris. They've just gradually removed the good players that would keep them up to a point where they haven't replaced them, I suppose. I got some breaking news here. I did see it, so I will come back to it. It's from Devils 58 Reds. He says there wasn't enough lifeboats on the Titanic. Breaking news. Everything's going my way in the ACCA except Chelsea and Sunderland, says Harvey. In win, lose or draw, I'll be losing a point here because the only differential game is Robbie's got Forest winning, and I said Wolves, which I'm not going to get. So unless they can equalise, which they won't, Robbie's a point ahead of me. unless Brighton get an equaliser. So I went a bit risky, but it's not worked out. 10 minutes to go in the 7:30 games. Forest leading 1-0 against Wolves. Villa leading 3-2 against Brighton. And Palace winning 1-0 against Burnley. 3 away wins at the moment. Arsenal the only home win as it stands. But you know what? I'd look at this title race and I'd say how much Arsenal have had to work for this just shows you that there may be a dip at some point. And there may still be a dip in this game. Because 1-0 might not be enough. Oh, it's nearly a good turn, but good play by Timber. I think Mosquera came off, didn't he? So Timber came on at half-time. Arsenal looking a bit tired, says John. Well, obviously, when you look at the changes that Eddie Howe made with Bruno G and Van der Ven for Spurs and the volume of changes that Chelsea have made, some of these teams are probably getting the data.
Yeah. We've looked at the data and actually Van der Ven is in the red zone. So realistically, there is an increased chance of 9% that he could get an injury. So computer says no. Focus on long throw-ins and long kicks from the goalkeeper. And don't play Van der Ven because he's in the red zone for computer injuries. I'll be back on Friday with more fantastic data that destroys football.
But yeah, there seems to be quite a bit of rotation from some teams. Although, I wouldn't say... Well, Arsenal did rotate a little bit, didn't they? Chelsea could come back. You never know. That's how the league table looks at the moment. Villa in 3rd place. Chelsea would be in 4th. Liverpool obviously need a win here. Fair play to Villa. They've got Arsenal on Sunday. Saturday lunchtime. I was going to say that. Declan Rice is down injured here. With regards to weekend fixtures, Friday night, obviously we've got Bundesliga. Make sure you tune in for that. 7:30 kickoff, as is every Friday night. But weekend fixtures, Premier League style. We've got Villa, Arsenal at Villa Park, 12:30 on... Saturday. We've then got Leeds, Liverpool at 5:30 on Saturday. And 3 o'clock games I might be doing as well because Man City play Sunderland, Newcastle play Burnley, Tottenham play Brentford, and Chelsea go to Bournemouth. So I think it's going to be a ridiculous streaming schedule on Saturday because there's so many good big games. Because Sunday is shit and I'm not streaming a match on Sunday. Sunday is Brighton against West Ham and Fulham against Palace. So I get Sunday off. And it's 4-2 to Villa. Game over. Malen makes it 4-2. What a comeback by Aston Villa. And I tell you what, it's Aston Villa 4, the PGMOL 2. Justice has been served up here. If you know, you know. And what a game that could be on Saturday. Villa against Arsenal. And no. Let's take that back. Let's play that back. Whoa, let's play that back. If Villa beat Arsenal on Sunday, Saturday lunchtime, they'd be 3 points behind them. Wow. Things are hotting up. Might be an offside for Villa. No. Won't be offside. Won't be offside. Well, that's incredible. What a comeback by Villa. 4-2. 4-2. What a comeback. They were 2-0 down. I don't know what they're trying to look for. Are they looking for a handball? Oh, some selfish twat has kicked it on the line. I think it was Anana or something. What is he? If that gets ruled out, you'd go absolutely mad. I think it's been given. I think it has been given. I'm going to watch the F1. Oh, Anana's a bloody idiot. They've said no goal. Should be 3-2, not 4-2. No, they've given it. The screen said no goal, but goal given. What's going on? What's going on at Brighton? The PJMOL is turned heel. It's gone against Brighton now. It's like a wrestling match. Oh, it said no offside defence. Sorry. 4-2. Well, Villa are going to win. I blame Brad Pitt and his Moneyball movie for this stats generation, says Shahin. Oh, I do. The eye test is better than the stats test. 54% of you would start Gyökeres over Moreno. Thank you very much for the poll. People who say Chelsea are in a title race, show them this game against Leeds, says Rub. Look, you know what? I watched Chelsea's last 2 games and they played really, really well. I thought they were brilliant against Arsenal. But is it a case... I think I've seen 2 games this week now that really bring home the intensity of the Premier League. Crystal Palace played on Thursday night against Strasbourg, were good in the first 45 against us, and died on their arse in the second half. Mistakes, lack of concentration, and we benefited from that. And then Chelsea were brilliant on Sunday, and they look absolutely spent on Wednesday night. And I think it just shows you that players do get tired. And that's, you know, Chelsea look unrecognisable from what I've seen tonight. Brilliant for Leeds, but I think it's too soon for Chelsea in a title race. Still a long way to go, but I think it's too soon. Because you look at Arsenal tonight, they haven't played particularly well, but they look like they're going to find a way of winning. And then you look at Man City against Leeds, found a way of winning. Last night against Fulham, find a way of winning. Onana must be cousins with Andre Onana. It's all right, the goal was given. Well, Nketiah's just given a foul away to Burnley, right on the edge of the box here. Thank you very much, Charlie. I think we're back up. Are we back up and running in the other games here? Could be a good chance for Burnley. No, we're not back up and running in the Leeds, Chelsea or Liverpool Sunderland game yet. Arsenal might be getting a bit of squeaky bum time here. It's a good opportunity for Burnley. They may as well end the game for Forest because Wolves will never score. Another long throw in by Brentford. Eze. He's got to play a 1-2 here if he's intelligent. No. He's lost the ball. I think we've got a Brighton goal here, yes. 4-3. Well, it's a great goal again by Van Heck. He's took it really well. We've got... I mean, we had a brilliant game at Craven Cottage last night, 5-4. It's now 4-3 at Brighton. I mean, could it end in a draw? I mean, it could. There's still time. Could end 5-4. Still over 10 minutes left at Brighton. 3-4 or 4-3. Van Heck's on a hat-trick. Can you sing Jingle Bell song for the holiday, says Sala? What holiday? I'm not singing Jingle Bells. Oh, Saka just had a chance on the back post. Calafiore probably should have scored himself. Good save by Kelleher, and then Saka doesn't connect. Arsenal should have finished it off there. Salah's coming on for Liverpool. Yeah, Saka should have scored. He's just not connected. Gav wants Agadoo. So we're into the final minute at the Emirates. Still only 1-0. So I think this is one of those games where you do look at titles and say, they're the, these are the sort of games that maybe Arsenal might have drawn last year. Maybe they still will. Another entertaining evening in the Premier League, though. And I'm just captivated by this Brighton game. What price Brighton winning the game? Oh, he nearly scored there. Good shot. Wants a corner. Is this Chelsea's worst game of the season, says Aman? I think it probably is. I think it probably is, And it's, well, Arsenal is giving it. It's over. Saka. Arsenal got the points. They've got the points in the bag. 2-0 Arsenal. Probably what we would have expected way before. However, it's taken till the 90th minute to put the game to bed, but they have put the game to bed now. Saka making it 2-0 to Arsenal. Brentford put up a valiant fight, but again, another clean sheet for Arsenal gives you that platform to hold on to. And Saka's made it 2-0 here. Just missed an open goal, to be fair. Let's have I didn't see it. Yeah, good breakaway. Lovely little ball. 1-on-1. Bit scrappy. Well, no, it's a good shot. Keeper's just not. It's gone over the line. Keeper's just not really got hold of it. Not a strong enough hand. Good feet by Saka. Gets the shot up. Yeah, keeper probably should save that, really. I think the keeper should save that. And it's 2-0. 2-0 to Arsenal. Big 3 points for them. As I say, if Villa can hold on here, it puts them in a very, very interesting situation on Saturday lunchtime. Remember, we've got all day streaming on Saturday. 12:30, 3 o'clock and 5:30. My arse is going to be sore. Just from sitting down. Nothing else is happening. Wolves had a rare opportunity there. Absolutely shit, but there we go. Keeping an eye out. Jingle Bells is not a Christmas song. It's about a racehorse. Look it up, says Jason. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Na, 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 na. Through this we go. Na, 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 na. I don't know. Hope all is well. I love the tree. It's fab, says Shiro. It is. It's nice to have the tree. It's always sad when it goes down. Thanks everybody who subscribed tonight, by the way. I'm being told that we've hit 140. No, we haven't. Been baited there. We are still 100 subscribers away from 442,000. So please click the subscribe button. Get involved with That's Football. You're all very welcome here. Thank you very much. We nearly had an equaliser for Burnley there. Henderson coming for the cross, but it was well cleared by Richards for Crystal Palace as it was approaching the goal line. Leeds so close to scoring again, says British King. Chelsea just look shell-shocked, don't they? They look tired. We'll be going to there and Anfield very shortly. We're just getting through the 7:30 games here, 4 of them approaching the 90th minute. Wolves looking like they're going to lose again. Palace looking like they're going to get a good result away from home. Brentford, oh, he just didn't grab hold of it there. Tell you what, if Brentford and Brighton, if Brighton and Villa ends in a draw, I get a point. Ulfan says one of the best football YouTubers, or the best. I mean, you know, one of the best or the best. Ulfan, you know, one of the best or the best. Revolutionary, yeah. I mean, there's not many football YouTubers that don't do what we do, really. I would say that. I mean, there's some good ones out there, but I've never seen. I mean, I would nick somebody's idea. I've got no problem with that at all. But when I look around occasionally at the space, I don't see anything where I go, "Oh, that's innovative." I sort of go, "Oh, that's a different take on what we've been doing." I love that. Well done, Mark. I actually was quoting then from the Father Ted Christmas special where it's one of the best priests or the best priest. You've got to watch Christmassy Father Ted. I might watch it tonight. I might bin off Vicar of Dibley. I love it. Might be a bit early, actually. I do like watching that. We've got a Chelsea goal, apparently. A Chelsea goal. Let's have a look. Well, the comeback could be on. Cross into the box. Neto. And it's back of the Neto. Lovely play by Gittins. Little dink. Neto. Well, he's probably brought players on at half time, hasn't he? It's Ireland's largest lingerie section. Yeah, oh yeah. I might watch that tonight now. What a great show. I watch it every year. Let me just tell you what Chelsea did at half time, by the way. Because I think they have made a few changes here. So he's brought Gusto on for Badashil and Neto on for Esteval. Arsenal have won 2-0. The lead at the top's back up to 5 points. Good win for Arsenal. Forest are about to beat Wolves. I mean, they just can't score goals, Wolves. Still 5 minutes to go in the Villa-Brighton game. On multi-view, Arsenal's over, bin it off, put Chelsea Leeds on. Wolves Forest's over, bin it off, put Villa Liverpool on. I would say the second best if you know, you know, says Carlo. Palace have beaten Burnley. I mean, you've got to say, I think Burnley are going down. They're losing with such frequency now. You'd probably say they're going down. Daichi's won against Wolves. So those 3 games are over. So realistically, they should be putting Liverpool and Chelsea's game on multi-view. But they won't. Multi-prats. Sam says, Burnley are a team I'd love to see relegated. I think I said those words myself once. Hamlet says, can Wolves recover from this? No, because they've got United next. No. I mean, I'm not worried about... Well, I'm not going to say those... Well, I will. I'm on That's Football. I'm not worried about Wolves because they can't bloody score. It's not like... They've only lost 1-0. But, you know, they basically, to get points, they've got to keep a clean sheet. The timer is completely off here. Sorry. Liverpool Sunderland is 54:23. I'd left it running at half time. I'll tell you what, it'd be a brilliant result for Sunderland if they can get even a point here. Well, I say even a point. They might want more. So it's a bad tackle, that, by Gomez. Definitely a yellow. What's going on here? I thought Brighton had scored. No, big save. I think there was an offside, though, surely. It's given the corner. I think that was offside. Caicedo FC, anyone to striker? Corner to Brighton. We've only got about 2 minutes left. Be a big, big win for Villa, this. But they're trying to crowd the goalkeeper. Leeds are 3-1 up. Let me just see what happens with this Brighton goal. Corner. I haven't seen the future, don't worry. Oh, I nearly did. Welbeck heads wide. Leeds are 3-1 up. No, they're not. I've been done by the chat. It's 2-1. We haven't had a Leeds goal. It says 2-1, so it's definitely not a goal. Honk says, why did you go for a Wolves win against Forest? Stupidity. Stupidity. I won't do it again. Leeds goal was offside. Player of the season so far. Declan Rice. I thought Gabriel was very good until his injury. So he'd still be a contender for me. Caicedo's been very good as well. Haaland, of course. I think they'd be the considerations. I thought Mbeumo was doing well for United up to a point. Definitely, it's definitely not Mainu, Rebel. Timber's been very good for Arsenal as well. I think Villa might be getting over the line here. Brilliant result for Villa, this on the road. Brilliant result. I haven't had I've been sat down for ages. That's not like me. The trouble is, I don't think I've got any pants. I have got. What am I talking about? I might be commando under there. That was the problem, and I didn't know whether I tied them up, and they might drop. And then it's just going to ruin everyone's Christmas as they go, I can't believe that. It's over. It's a great win for Villa. Brighton were 2-0 up and they've lost 4-3. That's football. That's football. So we now focus on Liverpool 0-0 with half an hour to go and Leeds 2-1 up against Chelsea with half an hour to go. What's about to happen? That's how the table looks. Villa into third. A United win would put us fifth. Sunderland and Liverpool drawing is good for us. Very good. I'll have that. Liverpool attacking the Klopp, though. With the Kop, sorry. That would be hideous if they were attacking Klopp after what he'd done for him. Oh, good flick on by Konate, but it was for the Sunderland player. Imagine. I mean, Sunderland have played well. Oh, he's in! Oh, he just couldn't get it across to Brobby. Whenever I say Brobby, I want to say Blobby. Remember when Mr. Blobby was Christmas #1? I mean, I'm not, you know, at that time, I would not have been a fan of Take That. I do like Take That now, but at that time, I would not have been a fan of Take That. But even I then was disgusted that Mr. Blobby was #1 instead of Take That. I mean, I don't even remember what the show was. I don't even remember what the song was for Mr. Blobby. I bet it was absolute shite. Bob the Builder was #1 one year as well. I'm glad they got rid of Christmas #1. Then it was X Factor every year. Wanker Factor. Wanker Factory. Aberdeen 3, St Mirren 2, says Rebel. That's a lovely cross. Good defending by Konate. Goes for a corner for Sunderland. Hearts are heading for 1 win in 6. Yeah, it was always going to fall apart, wasn't it? It was nice while it lasted. Sunderland looking... I mean, obviously they're going to look better in the attack because Liverpool are pushing forward in their space, but that is something to keep an eye on. What's the worst single you ever bought? Robson and Jerome, Unchained Melody. I used to listen to it in my car. Not my car, actually. I was too young. Yeah, I don't think I'd top that, really. Ooh, very similar to Leeds there from Sunderland. Little flick on the front post, just into the side netting. And guess who it was who was meant to be marking him? Salah. That's what I mean. Allison had it covered anyway. Yeah, I had Robson and Jerome, Unchained Melody. But you know what? Sometimes you don't know the original and you hear it and you go, that's a good song. And even though it's a crap cover, you go, that's a good song. Unfortunately, I did know that the Righteous Brothers had done that better. But there is a song that I didn't know had been done by Biffy Clyro called... I know it's Many of Horror. It might be that. I don't know that's the name of the song. But Matt Cardle did it on X Factor, and I really liked it. And I don't like X Factor. But then I found out Biffy Clyro did it, and I never listened to the Matt Cardle version ever again. In fact, I wouldn't shit on it if it was on fire. Decky says, what a game, Villa versus Brighton. It was. And to be fair, one of you lot said last night, Villa-Brighton's the game of the night tonight. And you were right. I thought Liverpool-Sunderland might be, but... they've sort of cancelled each other out here. Jumanji was a good movie for Christmas movie. You know what? I've never watched Jumanji. Even me, as a film buff, there are some films that I've not watched that might shock you. And I've not watched Jumanji. I'm trying to think of another film that would shock you that I've never watched. I've never watched Gone with the Wind. I don't know whether I should as a classic or not. I've seen Muppets Christmas Carol. It's been mentioned too much. Mickey's Christmas Carol is better than Muppets Christmas Carol. Cole Palmer's coming on. I have seen Hook. I've seen the Bee Movie as well. I've seen Avatar. Top 3 films for me. Good question. Heat. Godfather. I do like Jaws, even though I can't stand sharks. But I'm tempted to say something like Empire Strikes Back. I have seen Forrest Gump, yeah. I've never seen Citizen Kane, no. I just don't think Harry Kane in a film would work very well. I don't think I've ever watched Scrooged in its entirety, Jamie. I think I've watched the first 10 minutes. I don't think I've watched... I think I've seen the end and the start. I don't think I've ever watched it. I've seen The Game. That's a brilliant film. Shout out to that too, Inc. Sean Penn and Michael Douglas. The Game's a brilliant film. Yeah, very good film. I've seen The Adjustment Bureau, yeah. Mr. Man Fans says, 2 Girls, 1 Cup's a great Christmas film. Oh, filth. Filth. Yeah. Right, 25 minutes to go here. I feel like I'm going to miss a goal. Leeds, Chelsea. I think Chelsea will get something from this. I do. I really do. Uinto says, are Aston Villa in a title race? If they win on Sunday, they're in a very good place. But look, I think Villa have got some incredibly difficult games coming up. They've definitely got Man United to play. So they've got Arsenal at home, Villa away. Sorry. They've got Arsenal at home, West Ham away, Man United at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal away. So that's what I mean. Like, they've got an incredibly difficult run. West Ham away, I think, is probably their easiest game. But Arsenal home and away in the next 5. Chelsea away in the next 5, and Man United at home in the next 5. And we've got a very good record there. I can see people in the chat saying Man United's not a hard game, but we've got a brilliant record against Villa. I don't think they'd beat us at home for about 60 years or something like that. So we've got a very good record there. Have you ever seen The Guard, Irish Classics, says Evan Whelan? No, I haven't. You ever watched Edward Scissorhands? Great at Christmas. I don't like those. I don't like those sort of films. Fantasy shit. I know Villa beat us at home 2 seasons ago, but primarily I know loads of Villa fans and they hate United at home. I remember going to watch United against Villa in corporate because one of my Villa mates had some corporate seats and somebody dropped out and they said, do you want to come? And I said, yeah, pick me up. And I went. And Villa were all over us. I don't know what year it was. I'm going to predict 2011 or something like that. Someone in the chat will know. So it was 2-0 to Villa in the second half. They battered us for about an hour. It could have been 5-0. And we got it back to 2-2. I think Vidic scored a goal. And they were going absolutely mad because they just can't... for years, they couldn't beat us at home. We've got a very good record at Villa. Even last season, fucking Ten Hag got a draw and we were shit. Oh, no! Well, I'm not saying oh, no. I'm saying oh, no! What a goal! It's Lefay. Is it Lefay? I don't know. It's number 7. And it's a great goal. And it's woken us up from our slumber here. Liverpool are losing against Sunderland. And it's an absolute banger of a hit from Talby. Tell me about it, Talby. It's a great goal. And it's 1-0 to Sunderland at Anfield. Absolutely incredible. Absolute scenes here. 23 minutes to go. Salah comes on and it goes wrong again. Get him off. Get him off. Van Dijk standing off again. Oh my God, he is so washed. Van Dijk gives the ball away and then Van Dijk stands off. Oh my God, mate. I tell you what, if that was a United defender, I'd have my oven gloves on because they'd be getting cooked. That is absolute. And I think it deflects off him as well. I mean, it's a hat trick of... There's Kevin Phillips. It's a hat trick of shit defending from Van Disney, as they call him sometimes. He gives the ball away, he backs off, and then it deflects off his arse. You know what, though? It's not even a shock. It's not a shock because Sunderland are a decent side and they have been in the game. If Slot loses this, where do you go? Where do you go? Liverpool fans, talk to us. Where do you go? If you lose this, where do you go? I mean, a point isn't good enough, but a loss, I'm telling you now. It's a right kick in the teeth. Sunderland. The amazing thing about Sunderland is I give them so much credit, but when they played against us, they were dreadful. At Old Trafford, we weren't even playing that well then. I mean, you could argue we're not playing that well now. But we weren't playing particularly well when we played Sunderland, and we really could have beat them 5 or 6-0. Incredible season Sunderland are having. I mean, he's got to be manager of the year. Has to be manager of the year. He's having a great time. Share the video, everybody. We've still got 20 minutes to go here, and we might have a Liverpool in crisis match reaction for you as well. Liverpool need Southgate. They do. I'm going to tweet that. Oh, you know what? You know earlier I got asked the question, What was your best and worst ever Christmas present? If Liverpool sack Slot and get Southgate, that, I'm sorry, Mum, that is a Christmas present that nothing can ever beat. I mean, that I would be singing Agadoo naked in my garden. I wouldn't go anywhere else. I mean, that would be for an hour. I mean, that would be the best Christmas present ever. Liverpool appoint Gareth Southgate. I mean, Liverpool are too much of a well-run club to do it, but that would be great. It really would. We've just had a Newcastle fan there saying, Sean says, I'm Toon and I'm over the moon for the Mackhams. I mean, that tells you something. I don't think Jurgen Klopp would come back. Someone just said Klopp back. Well, here's your response from Salah, by the way. He brings Salah on at half-time and he's done sod all. I mean, he drops him and you hope that you're going to get a reaction, and your reaction is, well, so far not been that great. McAllister shooting from distance. What's the Liverpool equivalent of Spursy, says a true gent. 441 YouTube says, give Slot a lifetime contract. Sebo says, taking my boy 9 to his first United game against Newcastle on Boxing Day, coming from South Wales, can't be worse than rugby at the moment. Yeah, well, also, I think United have got a good record against Newcastle at Old Trafford, especially on Boxing Day. Ekatike's coming on. Nick says, all Tom Hanks movies are great and all Morgan Freeman movies are great. Don't you agree, Mark? Sunderland on the attack here. I think I have seen some crap Morgan Freeman films. I'm just trying to think. Can you update the table, Mark? It's updated. No, it hasn't. I don't know why it's not updated. Okay. Sunderland would be 4th with 25, which means Man United would go to 6th if we win tomorrow, as things stand. But we'll take that because I think we all agree that Sunderland are worthy winners if they win. Anakin says they won't fire Slot, let's be real. Yeah, but I guess the point where you probably should. Kanate should be getting a red here, Shishvet. I don't think he is. Frank says, Slot wins the league with Klopp's team, then goes and does the after 500 million spent on a Premier League winning team. Send him back to Holland, says Frank. Or Dutchland, he said. Right, Ekatike is on. I presume that's for Isaac. I didn't see. I think we've got a Leeds goal. Oh, what a night. What a night in the Premier League tonight. It is 3-1 to Leeds. Chelsea, well, I thought they might get back into it at 2-1. Leeds have already had a third goal offside. What a performance from Leeds at Ellen Road tonight. I mean, are they going down? Are they not going down? We'll have to wait and see, but they're not going down without a fight. They were very close to getting a point at the Etihad. I mean, I don't know what Tossing's doing there. I think Chelsea fans might be saying tosser, but yeah, I mean, I think people were having a go at Sanchez, but you can't. It's Tossing there. He's got caught in possession, and Calvert-Lewin will never score a goal easier than that. It's a tap-in from a metre out. Defensive cock-up by Chelsea. This Premier League, mate. I genuinely think it's Arsenal or Man City for the league, isn't it? Wirtz with a shot blocked. Well, we'll stay at Anfield now because I think Chelsea are going to struggle to come back. It's going to be a very good win for Leeds. We need to have a look at the bottom of the table, actually. I've neglected the bottom. And this is what it looks like. Leeds would be out of the bottom 3, putting West Ham there. Of course, Forest winning as well. Wolves 12 points from safety. It's like a points deduction. We didn't do anything. What's the Chelsea equivalent of Spurs, he says, a true gent? It's like they want to give us top 4 and we refuse to take it, says Shahin. Will you do another stand-up video? Last ones were great, says Jacobs. What stand-up video? What, on going for Goldbridge? Or actually in Dublin? Thank you very much, Jacobs. Matthew Paul is a Wolves fan. He says, we're going down before the Christmas decorations come down. Living the dream. If you can't score goals, yeah, I agree, mate. But this is incredible tonight. Liverpool losing and Chelsea losing were not on my win, lose or draw predictions. And thankfully, they weren't on Robbie's either. Although he did contemplate going with a Sunderland draw. Well, that's good play by Salah. This is good play by Liverpool. That's a good tackle, though. Wolves will be this season's Derby County, under 11 points, says Tom. Well, they can't score goals, so it is possible, yeah. Why don't Liverpool draw games, says WC. They're allergic to draws. I don't think they've drawn a game all season, have they? No. 7 wins, 7 losses. Slot's record currently has to be worse than Amrim's during his tenure. At least Amrim has been winning games. Yeah, it can't be Ray because he won the title last year, so he can't have a worse record, can he? It will be this season. June says, with Liverpool, it's all or nothing. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. We've got nearly 15,000. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. It's going to be a very interesting 10 minutes here. Anyone else get these bits of skin around your finger? I've always had them since I was a kid, and I've always wondered what it is that causes them. It's like, it's bleeding now as well. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like around your fingernail. Don't know what it is. I've always had it. They're just quite painful. Dry skin, apparently. Darren thinks the Premier League's been poor for the last few years. I think the Premier League this year is, despite the shit refereeing, is actually quite good. They're called cuticles, says Daniel. Thank you very much. Is Sunderland the best, most exciting team to come up from the Championship in the last few years? I personally can't think of any other team, says Shinobi Ben. Oh, it's great. It's absolutely great what they've done. And I think it's the blueprint as well. They spent a lot of money on a lot of players around a certain value and a certain age. And obviously Xhaka came in with a bit of experience, and it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. Thailand Nick says, great show, Mark. Oh, it's been great so far. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. I'm all for these midweek fixtures. We've got a big game on big stream on Saturday as well. We're going to do the Villa Arsenal game at 12:30. Then we're going to do the 3 o'clock games, and then we're going to do Leeds against Liverpool as well. And if Leeds win against Chelsea, which it looks like they will, I don't necessarily fancy Liverpool going to Ellen Road and winning. Stay humble, eh? Gooners up from Las Vegas, says Striker. Thanks for your super chat. Yeah, Sunderland go to the Etihad on Saturday. What do Wolves and Brantham Athletic have in common? The only 2 teams in the top 8 tiers of English football without a league win. That's 427 teams, says Matthew. Guess what your next game is, Matthew? United. We can't do that. I mean, we could do that, but we can't be doing that. Szoboszlai crossed into the back post. Good take by the keeper. I don't think Liverpool. I'm sure there's a lot of Liverpool fans in agreement with me. I don't think you're getting back into this game. Southgate, that's the way. Eric Ten Hag at Man United drew for a while and the media killed him, says Dakota. I think Champions League better than Premier League nights, but Premier League better than Champions League title, says Liam. That's a good ball into Szoboszlai, but Sunderland's defending has been very good. I'm tempted to say heroic, but that would be a little bit condescending because they've been good all season. Wirtz, oh, he's just scored a good goal. Is that his first goal in a Liverpool shirt? You little shit. That's a good goal, really. I thought he'd messed it up, but he's took his time, composure, and finished it. Just when I said I didn't think Liverpool would score. Oh, dear, 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 dear. That's Liverpool in crisis video dead. So Curtis Jones into Wirtz. I think it deflected as well. He did well there. He did well there. No, it's a deflection. That wasn't going in. That wasn't a good goal. I take that back. It wasn't a good goal. It was good up to the shot. And then the shot was going to go fucking miles wide. Shithouse. It wasn't a good shot. It was going miles wide. It deflected in. Positives of a draw. United go up to 5th when we win, if we win tomorrow. Cuticles stop germs, bacteria. Don't pull them off. How does that work? Well, there's still 10 minutes to go here. Written in white. Thank you very much for your super chat. It wasn't. It's an own goal. That was by Wirtz. It's not a goal for Wirtz. That isn't, because it was going bloody miles wide. Don't rule out Sunderland though. Liverpool are going to have to go for it, and it might just leave a bit of space. Yeah, United stand tomorrow night. Hopefully 3 points for Man United. Kevin Phillips don't look so happy now, does he? Kevin Phillips had a really good season for Sunderland, but I never knew he was a Sunderland fan. I'm not writing that down. I've just thought of something else for tomorrow. Oh, that was a good defensive header by Van Dijk. They were queuing up. There's a head injury here. The referee's going to have to stop it. Ref, you need to stop it. There's a head injury there. Yeah, he stopped it. We wouldn't go up to 4th because Chelsea have got a better goal difference. Jensen. Unless we won about 6-0. For Chelsea tonight, it's just basically a massive waste of time, isn't it? Too many changes, not enough energy. May as well not bothered. Maybe the buy a centre back now could have cost us later, says Max. Just while we've got this break in the play, please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right hand corner. Yeah, look at this. Look at this from Wirtz. It's quite good feet here. But then watch where the shot's going. It's going towards the Everton goal. In their ground. And then it deflects. Look how happy Slot is. It's only 1-1, mate. He's loving it. Look at him. Well, you know. Chiesa's coming on. How is that an own goal, says Jay? Because it's not your goal if your shot wasn't going on target. Isak's coming off for Chiesa and Robertson's coming off as well for, I don't know who. Kirkez, logically. Head injury here, but I think he's okay. Anyway, back for Chelsea. 84 minutes, 3-1 down. Never say never in this Premier League midweek fixtures, but I think it would be harsh on Leeds. Oh, God. Starting to yawn now. Sunderland have got Liverpool and City. It is tough, both away as well. Shameless Liverpool celebrating the goal like the Champions League final, says Devo. Mate, there could still be a Sunderland goal here. I mean, Liverpool are going to try and win it, of course. But Sunderland could still get something on the break if they're careful. Salah. Pretty ineffective Salah, to be fair, in this game, again. I need one more goal to cash in on my 40k parlay, says Cams. Wayne thinks it's been confirmed as a Vert's goal. Well, it won't be confirmed as a Vert's goal because the shot wasn't on target, but there you go. Salah, that's a nice ball into Szoboszlai. I don't know why he didn't shoot, but thankfully he didn't. Well, he did, but it was shit. I mean, I couldn't give a shit whether they give it to Verts or not. There's a lot of debate going on in the chat. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter, but it says Mukiele own goal on the one I'm looking at. Ekatike. Sunderland now starting to bed in and park the bus, which isn't always the best tactic. Chiesa with the shot. Good blocks. Sunderland, more blocks than Lego here, but you do feel like it'd be worth leaving somebody up front just as a just to worry Liverpool a little bit. Be interesting to see how long gets added on. Verts, he'll put that cross in. Not very good, but it's a corner. Reynildo. Ellis says, I don't think Slot's safe with a draw. Corner's coming in. It's very high. Bouncing about. Liverpool trying to get a handball. Don't think they'll get that, but they will get a corner. Nah. Don't know what they're trying to claim a handball for there. Definitely was not a handball. Can Sunderland hold this out now? No, stop looking for something that wasn't there. Sunderland should have scored. I've put beach balls on the pitch, says Rob. Another corner. Oh, it was bouncing around there, and they've stopped a corner. Van Dijk's not very happy about stopping the play because there's a player with a boot off. Taking his time. it wasn't going to go in anyway. 7 minutes added on. Well, Van Dijk got the header, but it actually hit Kirkes. I think that was going wide as well. 7 minutes. Still doing up his laces. Ballard. Another substitution from Sunderland. 7 minutes for what? Says he's too thestic. 7 minutes for what? They always do this. Tamid says, can Liverpool hold on for the draw for 7 minutes? I do think there's an opportunity for Sunderland on the break, but they're not really leaving anybody up. I think Chelsea have got a goal. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? Slow. No, they haven't. Sunderland goalkeeper's gone down now. I never really understand why players in stoppage time think it's a good idea to go down, because the referees will just add it on anyway. I always think if the referee had 7 minutes on and I'm Sunderland, I'm like, don't go down injured, don't do anything like that, because we just want 7 minutes, we don't want 10. Another corner for Sunderland. It has got a fee. It's a corner, you knobhead. Why are you taking a throw in? Kirkes clearly goes for a corner and Kirkes tries to take a throw in. I mean, no wonder he's not doing very well. Yeah, I think Sunderland were doing so well up until the Liverpool equaliser, and now they've just gone very defensive. That's an interesting corner. Good header away. Gravenberch tries the shot. Very congested. Canate with the flick. Keeper gets hold of it. Good defending. Christmas. Gremlins is a Christmas film, says Daniel. Oh my God! 1-on-1! Chiesa. Oh my God! How has he not scored that? That's what I mean about the break. He's 1-on-1. What a chance for Sunderland. I thought Chiesa was going to chop him down for a red card, Solskjaer style, but he's bottled that. He's absolutely bottled that. That's it. That should have been it. I don't want to see that again, because how has he messed that up? He's took the long way round the keeper. I think he went via Chester. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Chiesa's a go. I mean, let's look at this. I think Chiesa just puts him off a little bit by pulling him back a little bit, actually. Pulls his shirt. I mean, realistically, the player could have gone down. Shouldn't have gone round the keeper. Shouldn't have tried to go around the keeper. He should have backed himself like Reinders did last night at Fulham. What a chance. What a bloody chance. Still Sunderland defending well. Still be a good point for them. Verts didn't score. No, it was offside. Sorry, it was an own goal. It was his shot, but it was offside. Well, we've only got 2 minutes left. What a chance for Sunderland. I mean, whatever. Still be a good point. Szoboszlai. Where's he going? Van Dijk's gone up front. And they've got a bit of a break here. Sunderland again. No, he's held on to that for too long. And Liverpool will get it back. We can kill Barca, outplay Arsenal, but not Leeds, says Pete. I think he's made too many changes, Maresca tonight, and Chelsea just look like a different side from what I've seen. I mean, I haven't watched loads of it, but I've seen the movie before, and that's why winning the league ain't easy, because you know, you've got to turn up every week, and they've been turned over 3-1 by Leeds. Corner for Liverpool. Last minute of the stoppage time here. Of course, Arsenal won tonight. Good result for them. Terrible corner by Szoboszlai. Puts it in with his left. And that'll go for a goal kick. This could be it for Sunderland. It's going to be a good point here. It's going to be a good point for Sunderland, this. Could have been more. Could have been more. 22 shots for Liverpool, but only 4 on target. Sunderland have had 6 from 9 with 33% possession. Referee, you should be blowing your whistle now. We've had 7. Come on, ref. We've had 7 minutes and 15 seconds now. There's not been that much stoppage time. Come on then, ref. Oh, ref, he doesn't look like he wants to blow his whistle, mate. You've had 30 seconds on, and I don't know where you've got it from. Mate, come on. There wasn't a minute. Boots tied up. Well, Liverpool are going nowhere fast here anyway. Ekitike, that should be it. That should be it, ref. And that is it. Good point for Sunderland at Anfield. Not what Liverpool wanted. Not a bad result for Man United when you think about it, because if we win, we go up to 5th. But a great point for Sunderland. What a season they are having. And, you know, they could have had more. They could have had more. What a chance that was at the end in a one-on-one. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to go and do a match reaction, because obviously I think that's an interesting result. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Watchalong United stand against West Ham. We've got to get our job done tomorrow as well. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and I will speak to you later. I'm going to do a match reaction now. Thank you very much.